This week.
Begin your career path behind the horror bar full of hungry zombies. Make terrifying.
Taking on the role of the bartender in Horror Bar Simulator means that you'll be serving horrifyingly delicious drinks using 3 mixing methods and quelling the appetite of your guests coming to the bar, meaning you'll have to create some pretty gruesome dishes. Chop gluttonous monsters living at the bottom of the aquarium, fry cut fingers as french fries, and also fry up some steaks with meat of unknown origins. Okay, so what's the real deal here? On PSVR, Horror Bar feels like a budget game, but comes with a pretty steep price tag, charging almost $30 for what feels like a $10 game. Not to mention a game that retails for $20 over on Steam. Feels like a big you to PSVR gamers. So my advice? Wait for a deep sale on this one, or find a better cooking game.
Despite all the weirdies, make big money and pimp your bar. Horror Bar, horrifyingly good game.
Even though Wanderer debuted back in January to amazing reviews, that hasn't stopped the team from working to perfect their game. And their newest update that dropped this week was massive. Like crazy massive. But let's try to simplify this a bit. The HUD has been improved, a ton of bugs have been fixed, the sound of footsteps have been added, and there's finally a crouch button. I don't know, there's so much quality of life stuff going on here that if you haven't played Wanderer yet, there's never been a better time.
What if you could step into a world where nothing is as it seems and anything is possible?
Okay, despite the fact that publisher Funtrain is still advertising the Twilight Zone VR on their own website as coming to PlayStation VR on July 14th, that's simply not the case. 3-story anthology is coming to Quest on that day, but the PSVR version is simply said to be coming sometime later.
But what if we told you you're not really there at all? You're here with me in the Twilight Zone.
Speaking of delays, the much-anticipated Advanced Combat update for Swordsman VR, which not only adds motion capture animations to the fighters, but also adds predictive AI, which tries to anticipate your actions, has suffered a minor delay to June 9th, which is only about 2 weeks later than originally planned.
I'm here. You can come up!
Just go ahead.
Earlier this week, developer Incuvo put out a press release regarding their new partnership with CreepyJar, stating that, quote, as an extension of the partnership, Incuvo will be responsible for porting, publishing, and distributing Green Hell VR on PSVR, similar to the Meta Quest 2 and Steam platforms. The game is scheduled to release on the platform by the end of 2023, end quote, which to me makes no sense at all. I mean, come on, you're not really putting out a PSVR 1 game at the end of 2023, are you? And if you were, why would you announce something like that a year and a half early? To take it a step further, I mean, they could be implying a PlayStation VR 2 version, but that doesn't really make sense either. I've reached out to the studio for clarification, and I'll let you know if I hear more.
You have to make it. For me.
I had to kill him.
If you're like me, then you're probably getting sick of all the rumors and speculations surrounding an upcoming PlayStation event. But when that's all we have, that's all we have. And in fairness, the newest rumor seems pretty legit. Jeff Grubb from VentureBeat claims that a PlayStation showcase could be set for the first week of June, which actually falls somewhat in line with the limited amount of information that I have. But then he goes on to say that it's also possible we won't see anything until September, which personally, I don't believe in the slightest. We should be hearing at least something new about PSVR 2, sooner rather than later. Over on the PlayStation Store, there's a sale going on right now for quite a few PlayStation VR games. There's too many to list here, and I'll certainly do my best to get a sale video out in just a couple of days. But anytime you can get Skyrim VR for $20, Immortal Legacy for $10, Saints and Sinners for $20, or the complete Exorcist Legion VR series for just $15. I'd call that a pretty good day. Just don't dilly-dally too long, because the sale ends on May 25th.
But whatever comes, I will be ready.
This week